Welcome to the Morning Motivation Call. My name is Javon Hutchinson. Definitely happy to be on the one giving you guys morning motivation today. Let's go ahead and read what you guys are happy and grateful for. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm seeing myself as God sees me, my family, and the Retired in 365 family. So happy and grateful now for my Retired 365 family. Divine guidance is taking place at all times. I'm grateful for this opportunity and to serve the people. I'm grateful for God's love, my family and friends, and the ability to create a new paradigm. I'm grateful for my family, good health, and great sound mind. I'm grateful for a new day, accomplishments, and it's awesome Time 365 family, God's grace, internet, home, mercy, grace, life, the people in my support group, authenticity, smiles. Perfect. Definitely keep those coming in. We're going to go ahead and start with this morning motivation. We're going to have a conversation today around the self-confidence formula. All right. So definitely don't want to take too much of your time. As we mentioned, we definitely have a full day ahead of us, but we're just going to kind of go through this thing and really break down just a couple pieces of the self-confidence formula. Now, let me go ahead. Let me make sure that you guys can see my screen. Where we at? Here we go. All right. You guys should be able to see my screen. Drop some ones in the chat if you can see my screen. Let me see. Make sure you got. All right. Perfect. So this is the self-confidence formula. For those who haven't read it before, we're just going to go through this and break it down one by one. And again, don't want to take too much of your time, but this is something I feel that is vitally important, vitally needed. As we're going through some changes, as we're elevating, as we're having all these new platinum 1000s dropping, these new platinum 2000s, platinum 5000s, and chairmans dropping in 2020, and specifically in the month of July. So definitely want to go through each and every one of these and make sure you have a good understanding. You can definitely go and research this more. You can type this in Google, you can find the entire thing. But first, what's the first thing in the self-confidence formula say? I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. So we're just going to break down each one. Again, we're not going too deep, but read that again. I know I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. So first, I have the ability to achieve, right? That's just you as a person, you as a human being have the ability to achieve, right? What do you have the ability to achieve? The object of your definite purpose in life. So how do you find your definite purpose? Well, that's up to you, right? And we're going to go through that in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. So whatever you decide your definite purpose is, whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? And you can set your sights at whatever it is that you want in life, right? Whether that's Chairman 10, whether that's a 7-figure bank account, whether that's helping, positively helping impact the lives of however many number of people, whatever that purpose in life that you deem, right? You decide what that is. But how is it going to come? Continuous, persistent action towards its attainment. And I now promise to render such action, right? And then second, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves in physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, therefore creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Let's break that down again. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind, right? And this is something that we talk about all day, every day through all of these calls that you're hearing on the platform, the mindset motivations, everything, right? The dominating thoughts of your mind are constructed by who? You control your environment. You control what it is you're listening to. You control what your environment is. Like if I could turn the computer around, you can see some of them back there on the wall, but I got my goals everywhere, right? I got this stuff written out. You control your environment despite what your current reality is. So I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward. And hold on, before we keep going, what does drop in the chat? What does to reproduce mean? Let me see if we got some smart people in here. What does reproduce mean? To multiply, double, triple, make more. I'm looking for something else. What does reproduce mean? To make more. Let's see if anybody got it. I'm gonna say one more. There we go. To produce again. No, that's it right there. It's not to create. It's not to make a copy. It's not to produce or create. It's to produce again, right? To reproduce means it's already been produced. It's already been created. You don't have to remake it, right? Well, you don't have to make it for the first time. You're making it for the second time. Now, what is the first couple lines? I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. So what does that mean? They're already been produced. And where were they produced? Somebody type it in the chat. Where was it already produced? In the mind, exactly. So it was already produced in your mind. So I realized that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. They can't come to the physical world until you first produce them in your mind. So when we talk about writing the vision, right? When we talk about saying your goals, when we talk about all that stuff, you gotta first produce it. If you never said, I'm gonna make $10,000, where's it gonna come from? If you never said, I'm gonna start trading, you would have never signed up for the platform. If you never said, I'm gonna positively impact the lives of 500 people around the world, you would have never started, right? The person that created this water bottle, right? If they never had the idea in their mind of what the shape was, how it would feel in their hand, if they never thought about any of that stuff, it never would have came to be. This computer, however you're watching me, computer, laptop, cell phone, right? It doesn't matter. Somebody had to first produce that in their mind for it to come out, right? Then it reproduced itself in outward physical action and gradually transformed themselves into physical reality. Exactly. Thoughts become things. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts. So you got to concentrate now. This is going to take some work on your part. Concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. So you got to create the person that you are in your mind first. When do you become a chairman, right? We always talk, I'm going chairman. You got it wrong. I'm going to have a 7-figure bank account. You got it wrong. Why do we say have the I am statements? I am already a chairman. I already have a 7-figure bank account, an 8-figure bank account, having $100,000 days in the market, right? It's already happening, right? If I'm saying I'm gonna go chairman, I missed it. Because if I haven't created it here, it's still not gonna show up in the outside world. So for those that are struggling, I can't get platinum 150, I can't get my 2 and 3, I can't get whatever it is. You gotta create it first. You gotta believe that you're already there. Because until you believe it, nobody that you talk to is gonna believe it, right? You can't convince somebody of something that you're not unless you're a really good actor, right? And then even then, it's not gonna last. But let's go to the third one. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind, right? You gotta consistently hold in it, persistent, will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. So again, running back through this again, we got some couple minutes left. Auto-suggestion, repeating that over and over, right? Any desire I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means. So you don't have to know how it's going to get there. It's going to come out, but you got to hold it in your mind. You got to believe you're already there, and you got to consistently, persistently say that to yourself over and over and over again, right? Fourth, I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will not stop trying until I still have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Now that's the key right there, right? First of all, it's written down. You have a description of where it is you want to go. So you know when you get there, and then you can, reevaluate that. But I will never stop trying. That's the key right there, because think about it. If you have $1,000 day in the market and you stop and you think, I got it, I'm good. Tomorrow you might have a negative $2,000 day because you thought you had it all. You thought everything was good and dandy, and I don't need to follow the people that already have the blueprint anymore, right? You got to continue to follow them. You got to never stop trying until you develop sufficient self-confidence for attainment. And when I read that part, I think of the Parises of the world, the Charles Dysons of the world, the David Imonitiers, the Justin Owens, the Bryce Thompsons, right? They have really, really good bank accounts compared to what some of us want as far as our goals, right? But they still haven't stopped trying, right? So if they haven't stopped trying, why should I think that I have it because I have one good day in the market? Why should I think that I can create my own formula over here when they've already laid out the blueprint and they're still running the play, as we say, right? So let's keep going. Fit. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure. And we're just going to break this down in pieces and it will be y'all. No wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. So before we keep going, when you're talking to people, right? We always tell you, this is not a sign-up game. I'm not looking for somebody just to sign up for 30 days. This is a long-term thing. If you're telling somebody, look, 30 days, you're going to change your whole life. Can you change your life in 30 days? Yes. And I'll happily tell you it's happened and it continues to happen. And you might be one of those people that it happens for. But I can't come in with the mentality of if it doesn't happen in 30 days, I'm done. Because the people that it happened for in 30 days are still here. Some of them are still on this call. The people that got started, that had the $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 days, they still come to the calls. So when somebody that hasn't had the success that somebody over here has, it confuses me. Bev's on the call right now. Many of you have heard of some of Bev's testimonies, right? She's still here. She's still working. She's still going. She could have easily said, yo, I had a huge day in the market. I'm done. I'm done. Look, thanks for everything that you guys provided me with. I'm good to go. Peace. She's still learning. I see the people that have had success on more of the calls than the people who have had no success. I see the people who have had the monetary goals on more of the trainings and watching more of the videos than the people who still say they're struggling, right? So it's something missing over here. I will engage in no transaction which it does not benefit all whom it affects. So the people you're talking to, you got to let them know. Look, this is what it's going to take to be successful here. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. So you're attracting people on the same vibration, the same wavelength. I don't want to attract people that, look, if that thing don't work in 30 days, I'm gone. Okay, cool. That's not the people I'm looking to work with, because that's going to be a waste of my time and yours. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. You got to be willing to serve people, whether it benefits you financially or not. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I don't care who did you wrong, who you're jealous of, who you're angry with, that person that ranked up, that you was like, man, they just started. They already a platinum 2000. I've been here for X number of months. Celebrate them. Be happy for them. Call them, say congratulations. As long as you being jealous, you being envious, you being hate, you practicing hate towards somebody that has something that you want, why not ask them, hey, I love what you're doing. I see you having amazing success. Hey, these are some of the areas I'm struggling with. Maybe you can help me. Maybe you can help identify some things that I'm struggling with, right? When you come from a place of love instead of hate, you're going to elevate a lot faster, right? I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will assign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. That last piece is very, very key. Commit it to memory, number one. Repeat it aloud once a day. We always talk about affirmations, what you're saying to yourself, but I'm saying, whatever your affirmations are, whatever you're repeating to yourself, with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions. Now that piece is key right there. Why? Because think about it. It might not happen today. You might blow an account today. 5 people might leave your business today. But if you are practicing with, you're leading with a place of love, if you're coming from a place of faith that it's already done, that you're already that chairman, that you're already whatever it is, you're not worried about somebody leaving. You're not worried about somebody who didn't do what they said they was going to do, because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're coming from a place of love, and you are moving as if you already are that, because you already are. Because as it said in 2, you got to produce it here in your mind first before it's going to produce in the outward. If I'm worried about every little thing that's happening on the business side and I'm not doing everything that I can, then guess what? The thing that I'm focused on, if I'm focused on people leaving, guess what's going to keep happening? People going to keep leaving. If I'm focused on blowing accounts, you're probably going to keep blowing accounts, rather than focusing on what can I improve? What are the lessons that I need to learn from exactly what it is I'm doing? So that's the morning motivation, the self-confidence formula. You can find this online. I'll drop it in the Discord chat as well. Don't want to take too much of your time because it is 11:48, and you guys know we got a star-studded day set out for you. I think we got Jarrell leading the way with the blitz calls for the day. Definitely make sure you guys are attending those. I haven't looked at the list yet, but it'll be dropped in Discord. 12 o'clock, starting on 50chairmantraders.com, every hour on the hour, all day long. Make sure you guys plug in, invite your prospects out. Let somebody know about the things that you're learning, right? You're learning how to multiply money from your cell phone. How many people in your life don't know how to do that? How many people in your life are struggling? How many people in your life are in positions where they can't work, are in positions where, man, I wish I would have known that. Some of you seen the post that I put in yesterday. It's one of my good friends from college. And again, you know, we all have huge lists, but it was somebody I hadn't reached out to. And they said, it's like, man, I wish you would have told me. I signed up with this person over here because they was reaching out. Cool. Like, I'm happy for you. I'm celebrating. I'm like, look, make sure you do X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm giving them all the sauce I can give without, you know, giving the strategy. But, you know, I'm giving them all the sauce I can give. Like, look, I'm happy for you that you learning this thing. But that's also a switch. Like, look, everybody gets a call. You never know who's going to say, oh, well, that's cool. Or they might do it down the line. Talked to somebody from high school yesterday. There was like, right after that situation happened, I hit them up. I was like, they're like, look, I appreciate it. I'm not interested in this time, but I'll definitely keep you in mind. That's the type of conversations you guys want to have, all right? So definitely, let's get started. Let's head over to 50chairmantraders.com. Let's get this day started. And